another episode of Check That Post podcast. I'm your host, Jen, and these are my co-hosts.
Queen.
And Christina.
Sima.
Robin.
And we have two guests. Thank you for joining us. Our topic tonight is about men get lonely too, or men have feelings too. So we just wanted to dive a little bit into that and just, talk about it because it's conversations that's not really had. Sometimes us women forget that men got feelings, and you know how we can be rah. We don't listen to nothing they say, and then when they do say something, we gonna do what we want to do anyway.
Yeah.
So tonight we're gonna get into that a little bit. But before we do that, I have to ask how y'all day was today. Anybody can go first.
Mine was pretty good. It was fast, actually. Today was my Friday, so I was trying to hurry up and get it over with. I'm glad that it's done, and my weekend has started, and I'm glad to be here with y'all tonight. So
We're glad to have you here.
Yes.
Queen.
My day was a little slow, but I made it through, and good to be here with you guys tonight.
We're glad to have you as well. Okay. Y'all go.
Well, my day was good and productive. When I clocked in this morning, got my day completed. I made it home safe, and I'm happy to be here with y'all today.
all right, glad to have you.
My day was pretty good. I wish it was my Friday. Like yours, my Friday's tomorrow, so
Right, it's not long,
Right.
a couple hours away.
Yeah, I'm good with it. So.
Well, I had a very productive day today, so I can't complain. Now, let's get into it. Good conversation. So, you want to tell the people who you are and what it is that you do, and I'll let ladies first.
Me, okay. I'm Robin Warner. I'm a supervisor at Spectrum.
Oh, okay.
So work for a business. So if you need some business services, holler at me.
You might want to say it again. Can you turn the mic up a little bit? Because I can barely hear.
What kind of business services?
With Spectrum, we sell internet,
Okay.
cable, phones. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you can get them in.
Get
you
a
good deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a deal.
I need a better deal. Can you get me because I'm already in there, you know what I'm saying? But I need a better deal.
I can get you a business deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
And then when you get done with her, you can.
I got
Yeah.
you.
All I need is
Got
a LLC, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, making connections.
Yes.
Your turn.
Well, I'm Tim Massey. I'm in machinery, chemical operations. Full-time dad, full-time entrepreneur. I do business credit, personal credit. I'm into like holistic healing, herbs.
Okay.
So I'm into anything that's empower the black community, basically. I'm big on like the black community and empowering young black men.
Do you have your own product?
I don't have my own product, but I have a network of people, so I'm like a business incubator. You come to me, I'm gonna connect you to where you need to
Okay,
connect
so
to.
let the people know how they can connect to you.
You can find me on Facebook, look up John Poppy, or find me on Instagram. It's Godson 1212.
All right, we'll put that in the comments for you all.
Yes. Get that little plug in there.
Yeah. Business funding, personal funding. I'm under the underwriters. I got people in Africa and Jamaica with all the raw herbs.
Okay.
All right.
I got another female by the name of Amber Jenkins, which we did a play last night. So I'm an actor also. Connect you with her to get your healing crystals.
Oh, okay.
What we got on right now?
Amber does those.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
gotcha.
Very
So
good.
anything we're dealing with elevation, I'm all about it.
Okay, that's what's up.
Nice. All righty, let's get into that conversation. So, the question was asked, do men get lonely too? So, since you're a man, we're going to let you take this one. Because we can't speak for men.
Yes, men do get lonely. They get lonely without being in a relationship. They get lonely in a relationship. So it's just all depending on what place he's in mentally and spiritually. But the best place, all loneliness is, some loneliness is good though. So isolation helps you build character and figure out who you are as an individual. So when I was actually lonely, I used that time to build myself, find myself, because I was like always around people all the time, had other people to go to, and I always had influence. So when I went through my divorce, that's when I realized like I really was lonely, but I had a bunch of people around me, but they didn't serve me no value, so I was still lonely.
Yeah, I can see how that could be possible, because I've been in that state. Although I'm not a man, obviously, but I have been in that state where I'm surrounded by a bunch of people and still be lonely. So that's no longer the case. But I have been there, so I can completely understand it. So, anybody want to ask a question before I go on?
Well, I was just gonna say, what helped you during those states of loneliness when you did realize that the people around you weren't really that comfort that you did need at that time? Like, what did you do? What made you realize that, and then what did you do after you realized that?
What I did, at first I did a bunch of tests. So it's like you can get 1,000 likes on Facebook, but then you can contact all 1,000 of people and say, hey, I got a situation going on. Can I borrow $100?
Right.
$1,000. So I figured out the people that I can go to when I needed help. That's the first step. And so they eliminated like 90% of the people then.
Absolutely.
Then I got like back to my spirituality. I don't knock religion, but it just, you gotta go a little deeper and do more research. People don't like to do research and read, so I started reading more. I got more of my spirituality. I started being more in nature. I stopped listening to like music and like different stuff that ain't on 432 hertz. That's the positive energy. That's the earth tone. So I really like clear my chakras up and like just detox myself. So when I realized like it's time for me to move forward, I gotta get rid of my toxic shit too. So I dealt with me first. Like what was I like? Figure out like what was I doing to run these people away from me? So I was doing stuff too, that was pushing people away too. And as a man, the gotta get you by how you influence people. So I had to fix my influence.
That's what's up. That definitely, I can see how that could definitely be like the route that you took. I know people have their own journeys and their different journeys and stuff that they go through, or different paths that they take. But I like the way, how you said you had to get yourself together. Like you realized that about yourself. Because that's where it starts. Like you can't fix anything until you fix within. Like you might have all these issues going on in your life, but if you're not right within, then nothing's never gonna be right.
It's not
So
right.
I definitely agree with that. I love how you got in contact with your spirituality, your spiritual side. We come from nature. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's only right that we get back to where we came from. So.
I'm done now.
Queen, you got anything you want to add to that?
No.
Okay, I heard you saying about getting in touch with who you are first, basically, before you can give to somebody else. So that is key. As a man, especially, you can't give love until you're able to receive love, and being able to receive love for yourself first. First, let me correct that. Run that back. Receive love from God and give love to God first.
Right.
Then you move on from there
Right.
and love yourself. Then you're able to love a woman or man if you prefer. You know, give love.
Yes.
So it's kind of like stepping stones, I guess,
Right.
as it were.
It's like an onion, you know.
Peel it back.
Peel
Yeah.
it back different layers.
Yes.
Right.
A lot of people, it's a lot of shallow souls these days. So you can meet some people that let you peel 2 or 3 layers off
Right.
on, but it get
Right.
deeper than that.
Right.
Like if you dating someone with kids, or it's a deeper relationship than you just dating that woman. Because you, as a man, you're dating a woman and she got 3 kids, but technically you're responsible for 4 hearts. You know, hers and them 3 kids.
Right.
So it's deeper than that.
Right. Yeah.
And people are scared to go deep.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
I-
It's like you say with the onion. Like once you start peeling back those layers, you start falling off. You
Mhm.
know, once you get to like that second layer, it's like I ain't finna deal with this.
Yeah.
I can't even put up
Yeah.
with it. Like,
They-
I'm sorry.
Because the last layer is the core value.
Mhm.
So that's why it's an onion. The whole thing you do is you peeling off layers to get to a core value.
Right. Yeah.
But some people might not like the core,
Mhm.
or you might not like the core.
Right.
Some people don't have a core,
Right.
Right.
but you still have to go inside their temple to see what they're about, and that's the scary side. So you can't be scared of darkness.
Yeah.
I used to be afraid of darkness. I was always in the light, and you know, with jury cars, you know, popularity, all that stuff. That's the light. That's the stuff that they're gonna show on TV and all that. But the darkness is like the grind, the effort, you know, the principles, the morals, the ethics that take you to get there. Some people just don't have that. They skip the whole line.
Right.
And you're gonna find out once you get inside their temple and pull the layers back.
Right.
And even if you go 5 years with them, it's better going 5 years with somebody than a lifetime with somebody without a core.
Right.
So you got to still do it.
Agreed.
Queen?
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. But at any time that you seem to be in a little duress when you was trying to find that part of you?
Yes. The main thing was like the mental health of my kids. You know, like I'm leading them, I'm teaching stuff, so we can be parents. And I can tell my son to do this and do that, and be a lawyer, a doctor, and everything. But I had learned like back in like 2013 that kids, they learn about what they see, not what they hear. So I went and taught this, something I had to learn. So it took pressure off my back. It just basically, my son achieve more in life as long as I reach for the stars. I can't tell him to be a star as long as he got to see me reach for the stars myself. So even if I'm failing, I'm still reaching.
Right.
So he can see me reaching, then he gonna be okay with me.
Right. Yeah, you gotta lead by example.
Yes.
Of course. I know a lot of times men, they kind of lose patience and dating a woman, find out she got 2 or 3 kids, and they for whatever reason, they just lose patience and don't want to deal. But they have to stop and think, she had a life before you showed up.
Right.
So that's a package deal. You can't ask a woman to set her kids to the side just to love you. That's just not the way life works. Because if the shoe was on her feet and you had foot, and you had kids, you would expect her to accept you and your kids. So why not accept her? Give them a chance. Give love a chance. Give life with that person a chance. And once you try, don't be so quick to give up. Try again. And if it don't work, then you seek counseling or do whatever it is that you do, and it don't work, then you can fall back and say, well, at least I tried. But don't be so quick to give up, because just because she got kids, she got 5 kids, I can't deal with that. If every woman, if every man felt that way and thought that way, then this world would not be populated like it is. Like, we have lives before y'all show up, just like y'all have lives. Everybody's don't come a virgin, so to speak. So somebody have to take that chance on that woman or that on that man. Don't be, so quick to just, say, no, I can't.
Yeah, but most people, most of the time, you meet them, they already have an agenda anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because like my dad didn't teach me how to date. My mom didn't teach me how to date, so I had to learn how to date myself.
Yeah.
But in most of the times when I learned how to date, it was like out of a physical attraction from the beginning. So I seen a good-looking woman. 9 times out of 10, it was either off MySpace or the club. So I meet them. It looked good, spit my game tool, whoop-de-whoop.
Not the
And then, and then I say, I still have it. Do you like to drink? Oh, do you like to smoke a little bit? Okay, cool. So now we involve the habits in this, this physical, that makes it physical. So now most of us meet our partner by the club. We get drunk, and we have drunk sex after that. And we just keep doing this repetitively, back to back. Meet me at the club, get drunk, and have sex. Or meet me at my house, eat, get drunk, have some sex. So this is like how we saw how to date these days. And the baby get involved, and it's like the same typical stuff. Baby mama, baby daddy, we probably move in together then. And raise the babies about 5, and you're like, oh, you want to get married? But we haven't practiced that marriage stuff. We haven't did anything that married people prepare nothing. Yeah. So we don't prepare for nothing. We just be doing based off like what we used to seeing anyway.
Right.
I seen my mom do it. I seen my dad.
Yeah.
I seen my doing
what
it.
you know. Doing
So,
what you know.
I come from a generation of unprepared people, but we stand up when pressure comes. Like when pressure comes, we gonna still stand up and make something shake. But nobody was prepared for this. But we doing stuff that you think, are you prepared to be doing that? But we not.
Yeah. But that's when it's on us to start breaking those generational curses and stuff like that. Like, hey, I know we ain't been prepared in the past, but we gonna start being prepared now. Right. Like, let's get ready now. Let's not wait till it's time to go to war to be ready for war. Let's be ready way ahead of time. So,
so I think the first step with that would just be self-love. Like what Jeff was saying, love yourself first, love God, and then be scared of something. You ain't scared of nothing, you'll do anything. That's true. So if you love yourself, you like, shit, it's raining. I ain't been doing 100 miles per hour on the highway because it's raining. That's what we doing. We dating. We doing even when you at work. Like, be scared of something. So I got scared. Now I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? This is my fiance. But certain stuff with her, I'm scared to do because I don't want to lose what I got going on. Yeah. So I'm not gonna do 100 miles per hour.
Right. I guess. Well, I look at it as a healthy respect. You have respect for her, so there's only so much you're gonna do. Because, like you say, you don't want to lose her. I wouldn't necessarily call it. I wouldn't call it fear, but when you got respect for a person, you know where to draw the line. You know where to shut it down. You're not gonna keep pushing the button until it all blow up. You're gonna keep falling back when you see that she done had it up to here. You're not gonna keep keep, going to that line because you don't want to lose her. But I'm gonna let you speak for yourself, since, I'm gonna get through all the talking. So you know him, so go ahead, help yourself. So when you get to a point or you ask the question because you know her, so you go.
So basically, when you get to a point where you're ready to give up or think it's overwhelming, what do you do to keep us balanced and not leave?
Communicate. I'm big on communication. So there are times that he has thought that some things I just won't speak up about. And it's not that I don't speak up. In the past, like, when you've been hurt or you've been through different relationships, I was married previously as well. So one of the things that I felt like I did a lot in my previous marriage was nag. So now I pick and choose my battles.
Right. Yeah.
But if something bothers me, he's gonna know it.
Yeah. I mean, at no point of holding it in.
Right.
Frustrating yourself.
And if he doesn't want to listen, I'm like, well, babe, you said you want me to speak up.
Right, let you know.
I'm telling you, even if it feels like it's nothing to you, it's something to me. And, he'll step back and assess like,
Right.
you're right. And I appreciate that about him because, it's a lot of men out here who don't care.
Right, yeah.
They'll say, talk up and speak up, but they don't really want you to speak up.
Yeah.
They want you to just sit there and look pretty and,
Or you can say it, but they're not going to acknowledge it.
Right.
They're going to keep on doing whatever they're
Right, and they don't care. But I can truly say that if I tell him, Timma, this bothers me, I don't like when you do X, Y, Z, he will assess himself and like,
That's
you know
awesome.
what? Okay, babe, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. I don't want to make you feel this way.
That's awesome.
So he'll fix it, and I love that about him.
That's what relationships are about.
Right.
Compromise.
Yes.
Like I'm sure some stuff that he do, that you do, that might irritate him, and I'm sure he can come to you just the same and be like, "Hey, babe, you putting your stinky feet on me. No, I don't like that. Just stink your toes off me, girl."
Sometimes you do things and you don't realize it.
Right.
Until someone brings it to your attention. I'm like, I did not know I did that. Thank you for telling me. And that's what I love. You have to have somebody who loves you enough to tell you the truth.
Right. Absolutely.
And I can truly say he loves me enough to tell me the truth, even if it's going to hurt my feelings.
Right. Yeah.
But I know if it's coming from him, it's coming from a good place. So I'm safe with him.
Right.
So if he's telling me something, I'm like, you know what? I must really need to fix this because he doesn't try to change who I am at my core. He accepts me for who I am. Inside and out. So I know if it's something he's telling me, I'm like, okay,
probably
I need to work on it.
That's awesome.
That's a great thing to have somebody that loves you for who you are and accepts you for who you are in all your flaws and your perfection.
Right.
He accepts you the way that you are. So that's a good thing. I just love that. I love being in love. I love. So that's awesome. When you see somebody, especially black love, it's just something about black love. I can see it.
I get me chills. I have been through some things, in my life, and I have always said, you know what? I know it's more for me. And even though it's more, it's still scary because I have been in a place where all of my friends have been in relationships or married, and I was always by myself. Always by myself. So it can make you settle. Yeah. When you see all these people around you, like, dang, where's my thing?
Right. Everybody
where is he
gonna
come? Yes. But when I met him, I knew why. And he was worth the wait for me.
That's what's up.
Truly.
That's awesome.
Good. Love that.
He was waiting on you, and you was waiting on him.
Yeah.
Y'all just didn't even know it.
Yeah.
We did, and then we've been around each other our whole lives. Like,
Oh,
we
wow.
know the same people. We've lived up the street,
Wow.
but we never
Her
really.
granddad grew up with my granddad.
Yeah.
Okay.
They grew up like it was next door neighbors.
Wow.
My uncle has kids by her cousin, but we never knew it.
Okay.
But I seen her, and like I put my feelings out there from the beginning. She's like, I used to guys would tell her like, shoot, you gonna hear about these feelings? So I don't mind like women or anybody. Like a lot of men agree with not expressing their feelings and emotions, but they're not understanding like that's how like a woman is a creator. So if you can express yourself to her, how you gonna plant a seed and help her grow, or she can take what you talking about and make it multiply into something else.
Right.
So in my spirituality, you got to speak on what's going on inside. You know, that's the expression how I really feel about you inside.
Right.
But if people don't want to listen, they're trying to control you mentally and emotionally. It's like if it's a woman, that's a witch, and if it's a man, that's a warlock. They that's their way of controlling because you're speaking up about how you feel too much. No, you in your feelings, you in your feelings. Well, you damn right, I'm in my damn feelings. Because you need to understand how I feel, because if I keep feeling like this, I'm not going to agree to this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been told, you know, I don't know. They'll ask me, are you gay? No, ask me, am I gay? Because I'm telling you.
Because you're showing your feelings?
Oh, wow.
Or light-skinned niggas sensitive, okay?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I don't hurt it all. Even I spread myself to another male and you acting soft. Nah, my thing about it is, I would ask, am I lying though? Then nobody never answered the question.
And that's just a male that had reached that point in his life where he is able to express his feelings. He's just not man enough to express his feelings. And because he can't, I guess he looked down on you because you can't. And it's really like a cowardly thing to do. You know, it's like, this man's stronger than me, so I'm a tell him he weak, even though I know he's stronger than me. You know,
most men want to be gladiators. They don't want to take the role of a king because they come with responsibilities.
Right.
When you're a king, it comes with you making peace. It comes with you taking care of family. It comes with you building. It comes with you sitting down with your kids doing multiplication, fractions, algebra. You can't be dumb being a king. You got to be smart.
Right, because you got to lead.
You got to read a book. You might have to write a book. And that's the type of stuff that a lot of our black males get picked on in school about for trying to be a king. The young males be in school, and he can read, and then he make straight A's, and you know, they pick on them, they bully them for that type of stuff.
They do.
And let's be real though. I mean, even at a young age, they teach boys, don't you cry. You can't cry.
Exactly. Right.
Don't you show your feelings. You better shut up and be strong. Stick your chest out. Be a man. They don't even know what a man is.
Right. Yeah.
And
You know.
then he grow up from a child to a young adult and suppressing all them hurt feelings and all that anger, and then he grow into a man doing the same thing, not knowing how to show that sensitive side or softer side without somebody, you know, saying you weak.
Right.
Who made that a thing? Like Dave, men, y'all have feelings just like we have.
Right.
Y'all want to be loved just like we want to be loved. So it's no different. Like God didn't say, well, I'm gonna make you with feelings and you without feelings because you got to take on the world. He made all of us the same, where just male and female, where we all have those same feelings and those same emotions. So who was the one that set the tone to say that, well, because you a male species, you cannot show your feelings, or you're going to have to be that hard man, because if you don't, you're going to be weak. Who did that?
Well,
like,
it was I'm not racist enough, but it was our oppressors, because they conditioned us for their programming. So the beat like this all this is systematic. So the only way to beat is a kingdom to beat something that's systematic. So you got a young black male, you soft, the oppressor's only condition the black male either go to prison where somebody gonna tell him don't care about your feelings, shut up, or the military. The oppressor's the one conditioned the black woman and the young black man to be oppressed. We all in oppression.
But it's like the roles are reversed, where the woman, she's looked at, or the black woman I should say, looked at as she's manly. Well, she's manly, or to you, appear manly to you, because she had to take on that role of taking care of the household. As a woman, she had to do it all. So that's why to you she appears as she's manly. But if she was like the opposite, and every time, say, something happened or she see a spider, she fainting, and how you gonna take care of a household like that? Like, you doing what you find that suspicious. You doing what you got to do. You stepping up to the plate. If there's no male role in the household, then a woman has to step up and play that role. Not saying that she's a man, not saying that, but she has to play that role of the head of the household. So if a man, to me, if a man is being sensitive and showing how he feel or expressing himself, to me that's strong. That's showing strength. But if he's holding that in, yet he's standing over me like he controlling me, then to me that's a weakness. So it's just with me personally. To me, it's just the opposite.
Some people call it sensitive, but it's really being vulnerable. The man actually giving his self a chance to be vulnerable and trusting you. Like when you talk about like the term I use about being scared, about the same thing. It's more about you being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Cause like, okay, I'm gonna say this, it might make me sound weak, but I'm gonna take this chance with you. But at the same time, with my spirituality, we kind of now see the man that come first. There had to be a woman to make a man first. So I think the first person on the planet was a woman. I just thank God that it's a woman, because it took something to create something. A man can't create nothing. A woman can physically create something, or take an ideal and create it and turn it to something. We men can't. All we can do is be obedient.
So you're saying that Eve came before?
Yeah, it's in your DNA.
You say Eve came before Adam?
Yes, that's my spirituality, my beliefs, because it's in your DNA. You get the YX chromosome. So yeah, you can be masculine when you have to. Yes, you can be feminine. But it's because you're a creator.
Well, I just want to interject that women have to be okay with a man being vulnerable to them, and not make him feel like that's something wrong with him, or he's too soft. Because, as stated earlier, they go through the same things that we go through in feelings, and so we just can't assume like things that they say they're expressing how they feel. Like, no, you don't feel that way. And a lot of times the women have a tendency to speak that he doesn't understand, that he just talking, or he trying to make her feel better. But in all actuality, he has some feelings that we ought to be able to accept. Okay, my man got some vulnerability here. There's nothing wrong with it. If he expressed, he expressed his vulnerability, so therefore I will know how to treat him. I won't know how to cross those boundaries there. But so I know you got your belief, but Adam came first, and so with that being said, it's just like that woman needs that person, her king. She needs him in his place. Of course, he creates because the seed was germinated, when conception there. The female just housed it. So with that being said, we live in a world that men are some awesome beings. It's where you want to place him at. And when we place him the way God see him, we can get further in life, and knowing that he's at his most vulnerable, but so am I. So if he's at his most vulnerable, he's not ashamed to be that way with me, because I'm certainly not ashamed. I'm going to boo-hoo. I'm going to cry. I'm going to be upset. I'm going to let you have it. And, I'm going to be what they call nice nasty sometimes. And sometimes, I'm just going to, give you the hard, blow there that this is not acceptable. This is not, as the young people say, I can sign on for this. But to, the fellas out here, you're kings, and I believe every man should walk as a king. Yes. Regardless of if it's done the way you want it. Not, you never step down from being the king. Whether you having to move from this person to that person, you still got to show forth that strength, because that's what she's looking for.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
And on that point as well, it is my belief that Adam was formed first, and God reached in him and pulled the rib and made the woman. Mm-hmm. That's the way I was taught. But besides that point, men, you got to talk to a man, not talk at a man. Mm-hmm. You have to build him up if you want him to lead. You can't just talk down to him because you and your feelings about whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. If you want that man, you want to build that man up, nurture that man, love that man, hold on to that man, encourage that man. Like, you do whatever it takes, because y'all are a team. Mm-hmm. Y'all are a unit. And if you in your feelings and you heard about something and you beating him down, what you think gonna happen? Mm-hmm. That man is not gonna stay there and take that. Mm-hmm. He's gonna put up with it until he don't. Right. You're gonna be by yourself again. For a lot of y'all women out there. So that's just a piece of advice. Thank you very much. But what would you say to encourage any man out there that's feeling like he tried and did everything that's within him to like, say if he want to date somebody and she just browbeating him and just telling him he ain't no good, and he's kind of like falling into a depression, what advice would you give to pull him out of that and to get him to lift his head up and keep going?
First advice I would do is like write down my whys. Like, why am I even doing this? Like, figure out why I want to be with her. Mm-hmm. And second thing I would do is like get counseling, therapy. A lot of us men need therapy. I do therapy so I can learn how to process information, process what's really going on. Yeah. So I went to therapy. They helped me out too. Therapy, and then the third thing I would do is to evaluate my friends around me. To see, like, maybe I'm probably around the wrong people, the wrong situations, stuff like that. Then I evaluate her friends, just like, who's she around? Fourth thing I would do, like, you got to date, you got to spend time with the family too. So, like, if he a man that don't spend time with that woman's family, you really ain't trying to really get to know her, because it's like the mom and the cousin, but like that's the reason why she act like that. So you can like date somebody and you be around the family events and feel like you grew up with them too, just by listening to family stories and somebody telling you like, oh, she been doing this. So I really evaluate the whole like situation that I'm in, like the house, my friends, her friends, and my mental health.
Well, I guess we better get to the Dear Jean letter because we can go on and on about this conversation. Dear Jean, why is it that women think we as men can't feel or be hurt? I'm sensitive to her needs and I cater to her. She takes it for weakness and will not respect me. What am I to do? How can I show sensitivity and strength without being judged? I am trying to be the best man I can be. When I'm sensitive, she feels I'm too soft or weak.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
If I check her, then I'm overbearing or want to control her. I can't win, lost and confused. Wow, that's a lot to unpack.
Oh, man.
You need a different woman.
Right. In the wrong relationship.
You need a different woman who can appreciate what you bring, your value, your sensitivity, you caring truly about her needs. So if she can't accept that you truly care, she is not it.
He already spoke it. He said he's in a losing situation, so you already spoke it on the relationship anyway. So sometimes you don't have to like get advice when you're already speaking it. It's already done.
Yeah, and if you catering to that woman and she don't appreciate it, because that's hard to find. Get you another one. Get you somebody that want that.
Somebody will appreciate it.
Somebody's waiting on it. Ain't nothing like getting your feet rubbed, getting a massage, getting your food brought to you, having breakfast in bed, all that good stuff.
Whatever you want, baby.
Right.
It's only a few friends that promote that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I do things for her, and some family members be like, man, you a simp. I'm looking like, that's my woman. You tell me what to do.
Right. You can't be a simp with your own woman.
Right.
No
What are you
point.
talking about? So that's why I say evaluate your friends and who you're around, because a lot of them, they'll talk down on the situation. As soon as y'all break up, they're in her inbox. And the main one liking the post and in the inbox too. They're probably jealous.
That's exactly what it be.
They
It
be
be a
jealous.
whole jealousy thing. Like they can't do it, or they ain't got nobody to do it with, do it for. So they trying to bite on you.
That's why we need men that will stand up and get involved with our communities that have young boys that are growing up, so they can teach them, how to be a man, how to be nice to their women, and how to pamper them.
Right.
Because a lot of the children that have grown up these days, they didn't get that. A lot of them didn't get that, and so we need that. We need people out in the community trying to reschool the younger ones that this is how marriage will work. This is what they need to do. This is what they need to be teaching their children.
Right.
Because if not, we will still have people that keep putting down, oh, you doing this, or you doing that. You shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be doing that. And being a man, being a woman, it's not about having control over them, but it's about showing them love and helping them to become the person that you want them to be. And what I mean by that is you need to groom that person into being how to love you, and vice versa.
Right.
Because it ain't like you come here with a manual, but you can be taught.
Right.
But if you don't know how to love that person, how you gonna love them the way they want to be loved?
Exactly.
And men teach them young boys how to open doors for their mothers, girlfriends, or whatever the case may be. Because my husband still open the doors for me. Buy them flowers, like teach them what it is to love a woman.
Yeah. And not just that, but like just how to be a man, period. I think that's definitely missing, because it's a lot of young guys out here that don't have fathers in their lives. So, you just taking one day, you know, out of the month even, just to go play with the young boys in the community, throw the football around with them, you know, teach them how to treat their mama, you know, how to treat their sister, you know, like not just how to treat a woman, but how to be a man, period. You know, a lot of these young guys, when we see, you know, all the shootings and stuff that's going on with these young adults, like, it's ridiculous. And a lot of these guys don't have their fathers or positive male role models in their lives to guide them, to show them the way that they are supposed to go. So they only going off of what they see in the neighborhood, what they see at school. Right. So, you know, if we got more people that's out here willing to contribute, you know, to these fatherless children, or to these children that just don't have the correct leadership, you know, they might have a father, but their father might not be, you know, going down the right path. So they don't have a correct direction to go to. So I definitely really want these males to get out here and try to help in these communities, like, and even, you know, us women too, like, we help with the young ladies. You know, it's kids out here who don't have a mother or a father. You know, they living with their grandma. There's so many grandmas out here raising kids. Like, man, I can go on and on. I done got on a whole nother subject, but
I agree 100%. Like, I just think, like, we all been misled, intentionally took down the wrong journey. I just think, like, back in, like, with my grandma, I taught my grandma all the time, and my granddad and the elders, they knew what real leadership was, man. They looked at real leadership. So nowadays, like, I can be dating her and I can be a good man, but what if 21 Savage is like a leader? Like, she's looking at the leader, so her son might not look at me as a good stepdad.
Right.
He'll look at on the TV, he'll look at 21 Savage as somebody that you need to follow. So, like, I think women need to start dating men that they look at leaders versus dating a man that is
just
probably
gonna pay the bills.
Gonna pay the bills and be stable with.
Right.
Actually gonna date the leader.
Right.
You think you like 21 Savage, date a 21 Savage.
Right.
Because your son behind closed doors, he know who you like. So most of these sons gonna grow up and be the type of man that their mama like anyway. So, and then the young males ask them questions like, who's your like your role model? They gonna say a basketball player and all this stuff. They really don't. They entertain it. They really don't mean nothing. Clearly, so I think, like, maybe our generation can take a break from all this entertainment and focus on focus more on, like, our history and our heritage more, and choose one of them leaders from the revolution when we got here, and really know what a real leader is, because we don't really know what a real leader is.
Yeah. Or somebody in your everyday life that you can see that's leading, like.
But they gonna choose a celebrity. You got people that will say congratulations to Beyonce and Jay had another baby. And their sister can be pregnant too, but they're not gonna acknowledge that.
Right.
So we
ain't never met these people a day in your
so
life.
we glorify the true heroes that's really here to help us and save us are right here in our community. We see them every day.
Right.
It's just because they family, we're gonna put them down.
Right.
So really, I think once we heal, we get more family structure and look at grandma as a hero, granddad hero, uncle hero, and actually sacrifice for the family, and don't worry about people on TV all the time. We'll heal.
That's true. And another thing is we have to talk each other up. You know, like, you know, in the family, you got your sisters,
whatever they doing, it's up to us to keep bringing them up. They're doing this. Isn't this awesome?
Right.
And see how they feel about that. You know, as we if we giving those praises out to our family members, even to them, you know, and let them always know that when we deal with family comes first.
Right.
You know, family. The one that the celebrities out there, they don't know them. You know. But the family does. And if you got a good family, you want to continue to push them forward toward the good family that you have. You know?
Right.
Facts.
And we also need to set aside time, put these phones down, these computers down, these tablets down, and focus on family. Have family time.
Right.
Where you sit down with that boy and the mother sit down with the girl and talk to them what's on your mind. At first, they ain't going to be with it because they always... But you got to set that time aside. No, put them phones down. Right. Come in here, sit down, and tell me about your day.
Right.
Yep.
Like we got to get back to that because this thing right here, and I'm included because I told my husband the other day, come home, I go in there, grab the phone, the tablet, or the computer, and there I go, and he in the TV. Now. We ain't doing that no more. We got to change that.
And that's why
because we get caught up.
Right.
We
time gone just like that.
Right.
We lost
Yeah.
it. That's why I say like nowadays when you dating, a lot of women and males don't like to express like you say, men don't express their feelings how they feel and everything. And women don't want to hear it. But you asking their favorite song is something from the 90s when the guy was in the crying, like Keith Sweat, they were telling you how they feel the whole time. So these guys that y'all like, y'all favorite artists in the 90s and 80s, they was, baby, you know, I love you. God was singing, one dude in the background, I miss you, come back to me. I'm in the rain. You know what I'm saying? So that's your favorite type of music. That's when you actually feel love. Then the guy actually come to you with some 90s vibes, and you like, oh, you're soft. I don't like it.
But no, I'm glad you said that because it made me think about something that came to me earlier. So, like, when men are expressing their vulnerability, because I have been in a situation before to where, you know, a guy was he was being vulnerable, but it was the delivery of it. It was like so like it, like you say, the soft song. It wasn't like that. It was like and I'm just like, oh, okay, like, yeah, all right. I'm so sorry, like, but it was just like, it was kind of scared me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt compassion and stuff for him, and I wanted him to get it all out, but I was just like, dang, like, can you say it in the that's right. That's exactly how I felt. And then that's when I, you know, went into the whole trip where you might need to go talk to somebody. And then that's an attack right there. You know, tell no man he need to go see no therapist.
Our generation, at our age, a lot of stuff that's going on right now is really not our fault. Because we just now started talking about anxiety. You know, like, he probably had anxiety. Yeah. He probably was nervous and had anxiety. You probably like third woman he don't try this with, and it didn't go that way. So maybe like
I hear what you're saying. Sorry to cut you off. I hear what you're saying. You're saying it's not your fault and you're having anxiety. But if you ain't gonna, the first step is acknowledging that, recognizing and acknowledging it, and then expressing it. If you don't say it,
what if somebody? I know people my age. They don't even know what anxiety, the side effects of anxiety.
But he still have to express how he feels. If he don't express it.
That's how they express it. They don't even know they got anxiety.
Well, somebody needs to know that's got to be figured out. Because if you holding that stuff in, and then you release it, and then bam, like she said, she like, okay,
like, and like I ain't reacting no crazy way, like. Don't come in here crying. I don't want to hear all that. I didn't do that, even though in my head, you know, I was kind of like,
he was ready for that. Come on, baby.
Like I wasn't ready.
They don't be knowing though. They don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But you still can pick and choose though your battles. So you be like, well, this dude don't know. It's still a red flag for somebody can identify.
Right.
So I ain't saying it's a reason for you to put your guard down. Like, come. No, I'm not saying it. Just understand like. Some people just don't really know, and if they don't know, that's a good sign for you to not deal with it. Exactly. Because you're at a point in your life like you should know a little bit now.
Right. Like you don't even know that you know have this issue, and then you don't know you have it, and then you don't even want to find out if you have it or not. So like that was my cue right there. To like, okay, all right.
Nobody should down the road. I mean, because it was a shock to you.
It was.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
was.
And then if you had did it, you know, I know I'm making light. It's not a light thing.
No.
But I'm
Right.
just saying, you know, sometimes we have to do a little role
Yeah.
reversal, you know, to kind of let somebody else know, hey, this is the way you came.
Right.
And so help me understand, is this the way you deliver all the time?
Right,
And,
yeah.
and help me be able
Right.
to understand, you know, that when you come like this, because I need to fix
How can I-
myself. You know,
yeah,
how can I
right.
help you come in a
Mhm.
different way?
Yeah.
Because, you know, like we as women, there's a lot of times some of us, you know, that are the ones that cry a lot, you know, they'll come and they just got all these tears and he's like, what's wrong?
And we
Girl,
say,
what's
none.
wrong? Yeah, that's what we do. You know, girl, what's wrong with you? What? Say something. You know, he's standing there looking dumbfounded, and we, you know, and so they really do go through some of, you know, the same thing, and you looking at him, you ain't expecting him to, you know, to go at it that way. But sometimes we gotta take a different approach and try to find, if it's that much more serious, take it to the counselor. If you don't want to take it to the counselor before then, get a group of people.
Yeah.
And that's a lot that we don't do a lot of, you know, just get with a group of people that's, you know, can hang out and just talk about a few things, because we can learn something from each and every one. You know?
Yes, yes. You got to be able to vent
Yeah.
like a safe. This is a safe place. Y'all can vent all you want to.
Yeah, like no judgment.
Right.
No judgment zone.
But like she said again, that delivery
Yes.
is everything.
It really
Right.
is.
So I know for myself, and the example you just taught, I got my attitude or whatever, and he asking me what's wrong, and I'm like, nothing. I'm all right. I'm okay. Nothing. And he'd be like, I can see something wrong. Just spit it out. So when I do him that way, baby, what's wrong? What's up? What's on your mind? Oh, I'm good. But if you don't tell me, if you can't
Right.
express it, you say, well, not right now. It's on my mind. When I can express it, I'll let you know. But don't hold that stuff.
Right.
in. That is not
Yes.
healthy, because you
Yes.
go off on the wrong person. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Then you do something you'll regret, and then you be like, I'm sorry. Well, sorry ain't gonna cut it.
Or you just cause all this unnecessary
Write it down.
stress on
Right.
yourself or tension.
Right.
It's like when all you could have said was, "Baby, I need $20 to help with the light bill," and boom, here you go, baby. There you go. And you've been stressing all day because you ain't know how you was gonna pay your light bill. Like,
And when I
She might give you $100.
right, exactly. Pay the light bill and the cable bill.
Because the way it works over here, if he ain't got it, I got it. If I ain't got it,
Right.
I got it. We got each other. So,
Right.
simple.
and when I speak, I be speaking from a point of view of growth. Like I was that guy that couldn't communicate, didn't understand,
Right.
had anxiety, all this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But once I went to therapy and just like say, you know, forget work, forget all this stuff. Something ain't right with me. Too much
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Yeah.
I'm tired of feeling. When I went to therapy, I started understanding like how to process and understanding like characteristics when people actually care about you and all that stuff. I honestly didn't know. It took me so like, wow, was I like 30, 36 to really just understand how real it got for me. So like a lot of us, I guess, a lot of us go unchurched and unmedicated.
Well, this has been a very good, much needed conversation.
Yes.
And I thank y'all again for joining us for it. And you can follow us on TikTok and Facebook at Check That Post Podcast, or on YouTube at Check That Post Pod. Hit the like and subscribe button, turn on your notifications, so every time we go live, you'll know that it's a new episode. You can write a Dear Jen letter to checkthatpostpod@gmail.com or text 866-311-2251. Thank you for joining us.